Hey guys, hold on, I'm gonna adjust. There we go. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Today, Wednesdays are the day that I teach my class usually, although I taught Monday as well. And I was so high energy this morning. I was like going. And now I'm like, okay. I came back and I had some lunch, and I think all of my blood has gone to my stomach to digest. So I'm feeling mellow, but yet rejuvenated. I had a really good class. It was fun. And now I'm working on some things to get through. I have a bag and a box for one of my consigners that I met up with this weekend to sort through. And we might have a friend stopping over to say hi. If you guys know my friend Louise, she lives in the UK. And she just went on a trip to Morocco and she got some earrings, and we have been dying to connect so she can show me what she got. So she'll hopefully be joining us a little bit. Oh, you know what? Hold on. She's here. Oh, hey, Jessica. How's it going? Louise is here. Awesome. I am going to share you out. Sharing's scary. Thank you so much for doing that, Jessica. Good evening, Louise, although it's afternoon here for me. Hang on a second. I'm going to invite. I should have sent you the link in an email. Jessica, Louise, Jessica. Jessica, here's the link if you want to jump on. Louise is going to jump me so we can jump me. I hope she doesn't jump me. Louise is going to jump on with me so she can show me these earrings that she got on her trip. She went to Morocco, and while she was there, she knew she was going to try to see some, if she could find some things at some of the bazaars and markets to sell. And she got her hands on some earrings. So I'll let her get situated. Give me the thumbs up, Louise, when you're ready to jump on screen. But Jessica, if you want to join us live, feel free. You're totally welcome to. Louise's trip was like a few weeks ago now, and we still haven't connected to like make it happen. And it's funny, she sent me an email and said, hey, you want to connect and whatever. I was like, oh, today's not going to work. In my head, I said that because I knew my daughter, I had to jump off by like 1:30ish because my daughter has a dental cleaning appointment. And then I was like, you know what? I can get my stuff done. I can hustle. I can hustle and get it done so that I could be on live. And I did. I woke up this morning. Let me tell you about my morning. This morning was a little bit bonkers. My poor cat, I don't know what's been going on with him, but the last 2 days, you guys have seen Peanut. The last 2 days, he has been waking up like really, really early and meowing for food. And it's because we have him on a diet. You guys know I talk about that every once in a while. And this morning he was up at 3:00 in the morning, meowing and chatting and just like being really, really verbal. And I was like, oh, you poor thing. And then I heard my husband get up and like he brought him out of the bedroom so he could stop. Sorry for the noise. He could stop bothering us. I don't think he fed him. I think he just put him out. So we're trying not to feed him. Like if we fed him every time he begged for it, he'd still have a problem, right? So we kicked him out. But then, and this part I didn't hear. My husband said he heard him get sick. Poor little boy. So that was this morning at 3. And then when my alarm went off at 5, I was like not having it because I already felt sleep deprived. So, oh, hey, Michael, how's it going? Michael, feel free to jump on. I dropped the link if you want to join us live. Louise, are you ready? High five. Give me a thumbs up. I'll pull her on. Here we go. Hold on.
Hi.
Yay! Hi.
It's a bit dark. I've been messing about with the light. Is it too dark? I'll have to put the big light on if it's too dark.
No, I can see you. And actually, it's kind of sexy. It's like, oh, we just see your beautiful face in your outfit. It's like
that. You can see the earrings. If not, I'll have to put the big light on.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
How are you?
I miss you. I'm so glad you're here. How's it going?
It's just since I've got back, it's been really, really busy.
Busy in a good way?
Yeah. Okay. eBay's been a bit hit and miss, but I think just because I only do clothes, it's a funny time of year, isn't it? Because people kind of thinking Christmas, aren't they?
Yeah. So I've heard that there's been like a little bit of a shift in the last 5 years about people collectively being okay with gifting secondhand or used items, like giving gifts of things that are new with tags, you know?
Mm.
And I personally, I have no problem. If someone wants to give me something that's used, I think that's fantastic, as long as it's, you know, obviously good quality, whatever. And it's something that I would like, not just like, oh, here's some random thing I saw. But I do think that with reselling, overall, the new with tag stuff is what's probably more popular for the holidays, unless it's vintage or something that's like one of a kind, you know, like a little bit different.
You know, somebody's been searching for it, something like that.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, do you feel like your friends and family, so like not using your business as a metric, but like socially, do you feel like you've ever received a gift that was thrifted or secondhand, or would that be weird?
I don't know if I have. I have given things when I know it's something that somebody particularly wants.
Right. Yeah.
And I got the meerkat, didn't I, at the car boot sale that Declan, my son, wants. So he'll get that and he'll know it's secondhand, but I don't think he'll be bothered.
What was it? A meerkat?
Do you want to see it?
Yes. I hope it's not.
I bet like you don't have this, right? Let me see what I'm doing with it.
Oh, now you have me really
I don't know if I can reach it.
Michael said he bought Kevin a used leather jacket off eBay for Christmas. See, I'm all about it. Well, a leather jacket I think is something unique too.
There's a car insurance and other insurances called comparethemarket.com. They compare loans and things like that, and car insurance and buildings insurance and things like that. And as their advert, they had comparethemeerkat.com. So this is a meerkat.
Oh,
right. And it's a special edition Star Wars one.
Hold
so how you get these is when you sign up for the car insurance, they send you these meerkats.
Huh.
So they're quite collectible. Well, I think they're quite collectible. When I looked it up on eBay, it was worth £10. I could have sold it for £10. So I said to him, "You can have it for £10." He didn't seem too keen. You get a certificate of authentication.
Oh.
Huh. And you get a letter. Now, obviously, this letter is to the person that obviously got it.
Right.
But that all came with it. All the original stuff came with it.
So it's a character from the newest Star Wars movie?
No. It's a product. It's a giveaway. So when you sign up through this online broker called comparethemarket.com,
okay,
you do your car insurance through there. They send you a meerkat as a thank you. You know, like some companies will send you a gift voucher or a pen or things like that.
So what is the meerkat? Is it like their
it's their logo, because it's comparethemeerkat.com.
Gotcha.
It's like a play on words.
It would like be getting like the Geico gecko. Do you have Geico over there?
No,
okay. But what is the Star Wars reference? Just because he has a lightsaber?
What they did was, so there's several different ones. So this meerkat himself is called Sergey. That's his name.
Okay.
And I think there's 3 or 4 of them, different names. One's called can't think what the other one's called. And they gave away just those. And then what they did was they did a limited edition. So this is one of the limited editions where they did him dressed up as if he's in Star Wars.
I get
and they
it.
also must have got permission to use the Star Wars logo. So this is Sergey.
Oh, that's so cool.
Sergey as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That is so cute. I would have never really understood what.
It's a British thing. We're all a bit strange, aren't we? You know, we're all a bit colonial, really, aren't we?
Well, I'm assuming that we won't see many of them here in the US, but that could be like a bolo for us. Look for the meerkat.
That might be a good thing, though, because
Jessica's asking the conversion.
Say again.
What's the conversion of £10?
$10. £10 to dollars. Just one moment.
It's a little bit.
I shall check with my friend Google. $10 in £10 in dollars, isn't it?
It's slightly. The US dollar is a little bit less, isn't it?
It is. Oh no, 12.5 $58 US.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. So what was it, something that your son was hoping for?
Oh, I think he's having it. I said, you can have it for a tenner. Come on, see the colour of your money. But he would having none of it. He went, oh, he's 28, by the way. Do you know what I mean? He's not a child.
Right.
He wants it. I got that, and I got a game for £2. And I sold the game for $12.99, I think, on eBay. So had I sold this as well for a tenner, that would have been £22 from £2. Games is the way to go, isn't it? Forget clothes.
Yeah.
Kids' games.
So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it to him or not really? Yeah. Okay.
It's not worth the grief that I'll get if he doesn't get it at Christmas.
I know. Yeah. Well, so that, even though it's thrifted, I would consider that new with tags, right? So like,
yeah, because it's got all the original certificates and things, you know, and the only way you can get them is by signing up or by getting them secondhand off eBay or Vinted or wherever. So, you know, if you're getting one and you've not signed up for car insurance, you know it's got to be secondhand, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. And so I feel like that's a totally appropriate gift item. The only thing is that if the person got it and they didn't want it, they couldn't return it, you know, like, so it's, but who for like, oh, can I have the gift receipt? I want to return my item.
Give me it back. I'll send it. I'll sell it on eBay. Thank you very much. He's into Warhammer. Do you have Warhammer in America? I think you must.
No. What kind of a place is that?
So what they do is a gaming thing. It's not online. They have like little armies and little soldiers and things, and they paint them all, and then they go play. He has a club that he goes and plays at, and it's all done on a roll of the dice. It's all tactical with what you've got in your army and things.
Oh, cool. It's cards or it's like figurines?
No, it's figurines. It's figurines. Yeah. He paints them and everything.
Yeah.
And he's really big into Warhammer. He has been since he was a child. And I said to him, if I ever go to a car boot and I see Warhammer, I will just buy it. There's lots of different versions of it. There's lots of different armies and things. And I don't quite know which ones he has. You know, he tells me that. And he'll come in and go, oh, look, I've painted this. And you do that thing, don't you? That mother thing. Oh, that's fantastic. You're so good. And so I just thought, well, I'll buy them. And then if he doesn't want them, I'll sell them. And I made the mistake of showing him Vinted.
Oh boy, he's hooked now.
He is. And he was sat on this chair. I was on the bed, and I said, look at this. And of course there's loads of Warhammer on Vinted, and we're like, oh Mum, you've ruined me. You've just ruined me. But I bought I'd have to be quiet now because I don't want to.
We won't tell. Just don't talk loud.
I've got these to hand, but they're hidden so you can't see them.
So the fact that I've never heard of this before means absolutely nothing. Michael, Jessica, have you guys heard of the game before? I know my friend's son, he just actually went this weekend. He went to go sleep over at his friend's house so he could play some game, like up all night kind of thing. Oh, look at this. So what is this, a book, or is this part of the game?
These are the rule books of how you play it. This is one he plays. Right. Warhammer 40k, I think he calls it. And so when he was on, we were both on looking together, searching, and he went, oh, look at this. And it was on for, I think it was £20 for 3. I got him 3. And I looked, and the guy had it listed for 6 months. So I put an offer in for 15 quid, and he accepted it. So I've got him.
So how do you tell? Like on Vinted, you can just tell how long something's been listed for?
Yeah, it tells you how long it's been listed. It either said 6 months or 12 months. It was definitely more than 6 anyway. So I thought, well, I'll just chance my arm. People do it with me all the time. I bet they do it with you on eBay. I get ridiculous offers. So I just thought, if I'd had something that had been up for more than 6 months and somebody offered me that, I would probably accept it. So yeah, but I mean, they're in mint condition. They're in really, really good condition. And he'll be chuffed because I know when I showed him it, he were like, his eyes were like, So,
so you know it was a winner.
Yeah, it'll be another little stocking filler. And he just sits and reads them anyway. So I need to hide these.
Oh, that's awesome.
So anyway, on to the main gig.
Yeah, show me. By the way, Michael in the chat, I don't know if you remember Michael, but he sells comic books and he has heard of Warhammer. So it's
yeah. It's
I'm a bad judge of any of that stuff. I need to get better about it because I know that there's good money in it, but I haven't ever come across it to sell in like somebody giving it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you showed those books, Louise, because now if I'm out in, thrifting or in the wild, if I see it, I'll know to grab it.
Well, yeah, he said, when I showed them to Declan, he said you could easily put these up for £10 each.
Okay.
And the way I went back and this one, that one, when I was scrolling through, that was up for £10. I saw on its own, I saw that. Yeah. So even if he said, "Oh, Mum, I didn't really want these 3," he could just sell them on.
You could sell them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's when you know it's a smart buy, or when he's done with them, right? So like he can enjoy them, and then if he wants to take them on.
I sold a Warhammer book, a really thick hardback book. It was lovely actually for him the other week. But that's what I mean. I don't really know what's what and what's good and what's bad. So if I saw it at a charity shop or a car boot sale, I'd just buy it, and then he can tell me whether it's good or not. And let's face it, if you buy it at a car boot, it's a bit like your yard sales.
Yeah, it's a win. You can't.
It's definitely a win because you know you're going to make more on it than you've paid for it. You know that, don't you? So
I have a question for you, and then everybody in the chat, because Michael knows about this. I'm curious to know, is Warhammer a US thing, a UK thing, a both thing, or is it more prominent in one or the other? And Alan's here, who's saying hi to everybody. Hope sales are good.
Hi, Alan.
You guys, and Louise, right? You guys know each other.
I don't know. I'd have to Google it.
Hi, George is here. George, I miss you. I have not seen you in like 100 years. Are you on YouTube a little bit less? I'm trying to know everyone's schedules, like when they're doing videos. And I used to always check to make sure, because George, you and I used to go live at the same time a lot. And like, I never wanted to go on live when you were live. And I feel like I haven't seen your little light on. By the way, I dropped the, I'll do it again. I dropped the StreamYard if you want to come on and join us.
So I've gone on the website, and it is in America because I don't know if you can see.
Not really. No. Is it? What does it say? It's US?
Because I've got a light there and it's shining on it. Yeah, it says US. It says America's US, English, Canada, French. So yeah.
Okay.
It says, please select your country. If your country is not shown and you are in the EU, please select rest of the EU or rest of the world. So yeah, it must be. But I don't know where it originated.
Yeah. I'm curious. The reason I was asking is that if I'm out and is it like the Holy Grail in the US that I'm never going to find it? Or is it something that would be a little bit more common?
I don't know. I'll have a little look on eBay afterwards.
Michael is complimenting your verbiage. He says, it sounds weird to hear someone use proper pounds. He's used to hearing quid from his friend in London. Is quid only a London thing?
It's like a slang word, yeah.
But only in the city? Pound, yeah. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Let's have a look. I think it might be US based.
Michael says it's global gaming, probably equally popular in the US versus UK.
Yeah,
and by the way, Michael is the authority on everything except for Miracle Suit bathing suits. He knows a lot about a lot of things, but he's admitted to not knowing about that. And I'm not an expert in Miracle Suits either. George says he's been sick this week. Games Workshop is a UK-based business that makes and manufactures them. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, it does.
Makes Warhammer 40K. You've sold 2 boxes. Oh, so George, and I know you know George. He sold 2 boxes of used last month, both to the US. Oh, interesting. So when you say, George, 2 boxes, like what does that look like? Does it look like a board game box or like a
what? The boxes Declan show me are about this size.
Oh, they are. Okay.
And they're about this deep.
Okay.
And they have they might have little soldiers in or tanks or fighting vehicles. They're a bit sci-fi fantasy. Well, it is really, isn't it? So they're not like tanks, but their version of tanks. But they tend to be like boxes about so deep when he gets them. It's not cheap though. It was showing me something about.
So Alan is saying that Warhammer is in his city, which is Nottingham, and they have a workshop here. So what do you mean? Like, so everyone's saying-
so I think the convention this year was in Nottingham. I think the Warhammer Expo or whatever they call it. That's not the proper word. Yeah, I think the expo was it. I think it was in Nottingham this year because Declan went.
Ah. Okay. So you guys are blowing my mind right now, and this is what I love about YouTube and just meeting other resellers in general. I didn't even until 10 minutes ago, I didn't even know that this game existed. And now
Well,
I'm finding out.
now.
Right.
You can email me and I'll ask Declan what it's worth, what you should put it up for.
Well, I can poke around too, but like now knowing that there's like a whole other category that I need to be mindful of because there's money in it. There's like a loyal fan base. It's
I think there's money in it. Yeah,
yeah. There are armies of all types, orcs, aliens, fantasy creatures, etc. I sold a castle thing, and it's
is that George with his technical terms?
Right, it's a castle thing. And Alan says that the books sell very well. So yeah, I guess when your son's done with those books, because you know what's funny, Louise, when you showed them, I'm like, well, what does he need the books for? He probably already knows how to play, but I guess it's what, like strategy and stuff.
Yeah, and I think they play tournaments and things, and sometimes depends how many participants you've got as to what rule book you use. I think, but I could be winging it a bit now.
Oh my gosh, there's tournaments. So cool. Oh, wow.
Do you know what? I think it's really nice because he goes on a Sunday, he'll spend all day there, come back about 9ish, and I just think it's really nice. At his age, I just put it. All I wanted to do was go out and drink all the time. It's just really nice that he doesn't actually do that.
He's connecting with other like-minded people, and it's like a way to get out and whatever.
And also, like everyone of his age, all of us really, actually, whatever age, we spend so much time online that it's actually nice that he's got something that he does that's not online.
Yeah. Well, and I think. Is there an online element of it where it's strictly
well, he's part of I know he's part of like online forums because they went to a tournament in Sheffield a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I think. And a few of them clubbed together to get an Airbnb. You have Airbnb, don't you? They got a house Airbnb, and they all stayed there because it's quite near the convention centre. So they do quite a lot on there.
That is so cool. That's so awesome. I have to ask my friend if that's what her son was doing this weekend. You're absolutely right, because he could be inside online drinking out at the bars or whatever, and like this is such an awesome way to spend time. Plus it's you're using your brain, like it's smart strategy.
Well, it is. It's all strategy based. Yeah. I mean, there's an element of luck, I think, with the dice, but it just depends how strong your armies are. He'll come home and he'll tell me what, I came 5th or 9th or whatever. And it's there's a lot of strategy involved in it.
George is saying that there's vintage Warhammer manuals.
Yeah.
So
that'll make a fortune. Yeah, because I think it's been going since the 80s. So if you can pick up vintage stuff.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know I live under a rock. Now I think I live under a boulder because if this is a vintage thing that I'm just completely like, how has this word never even like reached me that this has been around since the 80s and I'm totally out of the loop. Okay.
We've got girls as well. It's not a lot. I wouldn't think it would a girl thing. I mean, I think girls do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being sexist, but it's not particularly a girl thing, is it?
Yeah, but even just socially or societally, like how have I never come across people like friends or anybody who's like, hey, I'm hanging out with my Warhammer friends or any of that. I mean, like I've never.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't. Maybe I've just not realized it, Becky.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I have heard it. It just I haven't realized it. It hasn't rated with me. Who knows? So show me your earrings. I want to see. Speaking of,
I have sorted them all out. So I've just got how they get them in these plastic bags is just beyond me.
And tell me more. You got them at like a bazaar or fair.
What I did was I'd been to the souk. So the square is called Gem Elfenar Square, and there are all shops and stalls around the square. And then sort of behind the square is a souk, and it's all like little alleyways with shops in. Very dark. And I'd gone off one day wandering and I came across this shop and it had some earrings and I bought 3 pairs and they were 15 Moroccan dirhams each, which at the time was I think about £1.20 sterling.
Okay.
And when I got back to the hotel, I thought, and I went on eBay and I looked, you can do that little thing with a camera, and I looked them up and I thought, can make a few quid here.
Okay. There it is.
And so, yeah, a very long, convoluted story, but I went back and they have official guides in the square, and I asked one of the guides if he could get me back to the shop because I couldn't remember where it was. I wandered that far and that deep into the souk, but luckily I had the guy's business card. So I start walking towards it and we're chatting, and he was asking me what I was looking for, and I said earrings.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I'll take you somewhere. You can get silver." I said, "No, I don't want silver. I don't really know what I'm doing with them, and I wanted to just do something that was cheap and cheerful." And I said, "I can't make the money on them." And he stopped and he went, "Are you buying to sell?" And I said, "Well, anyway, the overshot of it was he ended up getting me these earrings. We did a bit of a deal." Went out on a bit of a limb, gave him some cash, and he wandered off. He left me in a restaurant.
Here's some cash to go buy me some drinks, not drugs, not
I'm messaging my friend, and I'm going, right, if I get abducted, this is where I was last seen. This is the restaurant. Right. And I'm in a rooftop restaurant, and I'm like sending photographs of what you could see around me. I'm like, oh my God. And then I gave him some money, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? Where's your head at? So what are you doing? I thought, oh, do you know what? I've drawn it out of the cash point, and I thought, if he absconds with my money, I'm just going to claim it on insurance, because you'll be able to see that I've drawn it out of the bank. I'll just say somebody nicked it off me. Anyway,
was your husband with you, or you were alone?
No. In fact, I don't even think I've told him the full story. I mean, obviously it's out there on the internet now, but
right.
You don't want to worry husbands with things like this, Becky. The only threat.
I was just going to say, if he finds out, he's going to be, what did you do?
He won't be surprised. He won't be surprised. He'd shake his head a bit and go, okay. And then he came back with these big bags like this.
Oh my gosh. How many pairs did you get?
200.
Good for you. And it was how much again?
Say again.
It was only how many quid?
Right, so he got me a better price.
Right.
So I ended up, I'm going to convert it for you. I'm going to give you it in dollars.
Okay. Oh, look how good you are.
Wait a minute.
They're talking about Nottingham Castle. That I love that you guys have castles over there. There's so much history.
We have loads of castles.
I know, like we have no history here in the US. Oh,
wait a minute.
I love how trusting you were of this guy. You're like, here's some money. I'm meeting you in an alley. Go get me earrings of all the things.
I know. He came back. He went off, bless him. He went off and he said, I'll bring you some samples. Anyway, he came back and he said, oh, I've got photographs. And he showed me photographs.
Oh, wow.
And they were exactly, why won't it come
Why didn't he bring you to the market?
$1.10 US. Oh,
yeah. $1.10. Okay.
Yeah, $1.10.
Wow. That's nothing.
I think.
All right, you have to show them. The anticipation is killing
me. I'm building it up.
I know you did, but now we got to.
I paid 91 pence sterling, so obviously it's a little bit higher, isn't it? So yeah, about say $1.10 to make it easy. Yeah. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe
I need a drum roll.
In the middle of the street. Yeah, in the middle of the street.
Wait, hold on. I'll pull out my sound effects. Hold on a second.
What are you going to do now?
I was playing this the other day for my Girl Scouts. We were laughing so hard. Hold on. Here we go.
What do you like? I mean, they're all. I'm just looking through it. Right, so let's start with.
Oh, they're dangly. Oh my gosh. Scooch them closer. I want to see. Is it a stone in the middle?
Yeah.
Blue? Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
And then I've got them in, they're the blue ones.
They have like a really cool Moroccan kind of vibe. Oh, look at this.
Red.
Oh, show them really close. Is it like, kind of embellished? Yeah. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, they're so dangly.
So what happened was he brought back, I mean, we sat and counted them in a different restaurant when he brought them back, and he made me count them to make, you know, so I could see that I wasn't being ripped off. It was so lovely. He keeps WhatsApping me, bless him. He keeps sending me voice notes. And he
So
said basically,
the guide, how did you meet the guide? Was he somebody that like had been referred to you by the Airbnb, or
in the square, in Gem Elfenar Square, there are official guides everywhere to help you, you know, find things and look for things. And I just approached them and I said, can you please take me to this shop? So he said, yeah. So we went off to the shop.
So the fact that he was like an official guide, or like a, you know, he was, you could have some level of trust with that capacity. Yeah. So what colors do you have? Is it red and blue and,
right, so these are a different style look.
Oh, look at that. So that's more like a teardrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I took pictures of his lanyard and everything when he went off with my money. And I'm phoning my best friend going, oh my God, what am I doing here? What are we doing? Right.
Did you ask your best friend before or after if she wanted to be your partner?
She's gone hard for me. She's in on the deal.
Oh, there's a little bit smaller?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the other one, black? Is it
they're kind of the pear drop ones. Right, let me get, I've organized myself. So they're all pear drop. Let me find, right, this is the other bag. Let's see. Honestly, some of them are just absolutely stunning. I don't think I've got the best light. Oh, wait, we see these.
Michael is putting me in my place. He says, we have loads of history in the U.S., which is true. Clovis ruins, Pueblos. Yes. I just feel like maybe I think castles.
These are a bit, are you allowed to say Red Indian? Are you allowed to say that?
That they're what? Oh, put them closer. I can't hardly see. They're like ovals? Oh, those are pretty. They remind me of like, oh, is it like a chain draped over the metal back?
Oh yeah, they're on hooks, look.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Sorry, I'm not going to hooks. But I think these are a bit sort of,
I like those.
Tomahawk.
You know, they make me want to dance. They make me want to do some of my Bollywood dancing.
Right, hang on. I've got some.
Now I want to go to Morocco. You want to go back, Louise?
Oh, it's an amazing place. Yeah. So this is an oval one. This is quite a plain one.
Oh, I don't think that it's not plain. I mean, it's like very glitzy. I can see like what that's.
I've got this in loads of colors. Look, black.
Oh my gosh! Now you have to get these. Are they all listed? Do you have them listed already?
No, my plan is I'm going to see what I can. Oh look,
you got to get them up for Christmas.
Green.
Oh, how pretty! Oh my gosh.
I'm going to do the little Christmas fair on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep.
And then got some more. Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to do the Christmas fair on Sunday, and then what's left, I'm going to be frantically listing them. Oh, wait, we see these. These are stunning.
Louise, remind me, because I feel like you told me, is this your first ever fair that you're doing, or have you done them before?
Yes and no. You know, I used to own a wedding dress shop.
Oh, that's right.
I talked about it. And obviously, I used to do loads of wedding fairs. And so when I asked my husband and my son if they'd come and help me, my husband was like, oh, no chance. Because obviously when we did the wedding fairs, it was dragging, you know, hundreds of, well, not hundreds, but like 20 wedding dresses and mannequins and shoes and tiaras. And he was like, no. But when I said to my son, if you do it with me, I'll run you up to your club afterwards. He went, all right then.
I'll take you to do some more games if you will.
I've had to promise him that I'll Uber Eats him lunch in. Do you have Uber Eats over there? Right. It's going to cost me all my profits. Wait will you see these.
Oh.
These are stunning. Wait will you see these. Look at these.
Oh,
I'll take them out of the plastic.
Yeah, please do. There's like a little bit of a glare. I feel like I
yeah, because I've got the light here.
Oh, look. Oh, they have like little detail on the sides.
Yeah, down here.
Oh my gosh. What kind of metal do you think it is? Are they like
I don't know. I'm just going to put
yeah.
metal,
Yeah,
metal
yeah.
on the thing. I don't know whether I'll get into bother. I mean, obviously, I bought them in Morocco, and as far as I'm concerned, the Moroccan, I do think they're probably from China. So I maybe put Moroccan feel or Moroccan look.
Yeah. No, I think you can use Moroccan as a descriptive style word. Like, you know, obviously they're sourced from Morocco, but I think you could also
yeah, they
say that
are.
they
Yeah.
are. I would also maybe put like what are some other keywords? You know, mandala.
Boho,
Sorry?
filigree, boho,
Yeah,
bohemian,
yeah.
filigree.
Yep.
Oh, these are nice. Let me show you these.
Oh, I like those. Oh, is that green?
Yeah,
Oh,
green.
the way it hits the light. Do you have some really good lighting for your vendor booth? Like you should like see if you can have.
With these, they're just lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, so make them bring them closer to the camera. Is that a stone or is?
No,
Oh,
it's like
it's metal. Like
it's like cut into the metal, but it
yeah,
captures the light beautifully.
It really does.
And I've got those in red and blue. And then I've got some that have got kind of solid stones. There's some I've got some others somewhere that I've missed.
Louise Allen is asking if you follow Lex, who's known as Bad Biscuit.
No, Lex. Does he mean Lex Carla's friend?
LEXX. I don't know who that is, but Bad Biscuit sounds.
No, but does she? Oh, let me see these.
Yeah.
Does she do stuff like this?
I don't know.
I could be tempted.
So what are you going to sell them for?
Well, on eBay, $7.99 free postage.
Okay.
Oh, dropped off there. That's a nice one. Look at that.
Oh, they're like all different styles. Are you missing an earring on that one?
Yeah, it's dropped off.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. So, you know, George is saying that she does 90% jewelry. Is she on YouTube, George and Alan? Because that would be like a good.
She's been on with George. I'll know from chatting on, not knowing her, you know, but from seeing her online. I've got another style that I want to show you. Let me find it. This one. These are really unusual. Look at these.
Did they have other things other than earrings, or was it only
anything? So he said to me, we had a right old chat, and he said, the man that he got them from supplies the sellers in the souk. Look at these.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Were they like little fans? Oh, those are
stunning.
cute.
Stunning. And he said, anything you want. Anything you want. I went, oh, okay. And he went,
oh,
do you want a rug? I went, what do I want a rug for? He said, I get you a rug. And I went, how am I going to get a rug home? He said, well, my friend has a big car. He'll drive it to your house.
What? I'm going to go yeah, no.
And then this one. Wait a minute.
That's the same, but just different colors, right?
Yeah. But this is like... these are a solid stone. Can you see?
That's what I was just going to say, solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
They're lovely. Yeah.
And so you're going to bring them all on Sunday and set up your vendor table. How much are you selling them at your vendor show?
All right. So they are £6 a pair, £2 for two for £10. And then on eBay, they'll go on at $7.99 free postage. Hello, George. Good evening.
George, how long were you there before I noticed? Hold on, I can't hear you.
I keep looking. I can't hear him.
George, we don't hear your sound. You're muted.
George.
Unmute. Hold on. I'm trying. Hold on, George. Wait, we can't hear you. I'm trying to unmute you and it's not letting me. Okay. I'm sorry. How long were you hanging out in the back room? Oh, now he's frozen.
These are, I'm just going to show you these last pairs, because these are like a solid stone.
George, I missed you. It's so good to see your face.
No, I can't.
Oh,
Can you hear me? Can you
see how
see
that's
me?
a
Am I
solid
frozen?
stone? Yeah, you're
Now
not
we
frozen
can.
now.
Yeah.
That one is lovely.
Is that what it's filigree, right? When the little
Yeah. Yeah, the top.
around the side.
The detail at the top is so nice.
All right, we need a full report back next week of how everything went and your sales.
When I set my stand up, I'll do a little video and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on Instagram.
I'll put it on Instagram, yeah. Do you follow me on Instagram, Becky?
I am not on Instagram as a kind of like as a rule, and I have been told, George, you were the first one who's like, you really need to get an Instagram page for your
I've been a
business.
bit slack on Instagram recently, but these are definitely going on. I want to get this fair out of the way, get it done, and then what's left I'll get listed.
Michael is saying pretty much what you were just saying. He said when he was 12, he was in the bazaars in Jerusalem and there was lots of vintage and antique, and now it's all made in China. And it is such a shame. And it's
it is.
Yeah, I feel, China's taking over the world with their cheap stuff. Gosh, I'm so unobservant. I'm sorry that I had you in the back room for so long, George. I had the screen shrunken down so that I could I was working on my other screen, and when I have it shrunk, it just shows me and Louise. I apologize. George, did you rejigger your back behind you? It looks like you have a whole different setup back there.
Oh, well, I've changed things around. It's all it's still the same place where I usually sit and do my lives, but it's a little bit lowered at the moment. It's usually like that. But that's my shooting area. And I've moved this. This was like a partitioned wall almost.
Yeah.
And I was using the back of the bookshelf as like a backdrop as well. But I've moved that, I've changed it, and I'm changing things around.
Oh, cool.
Me.
Is that to accommodate more stock?
He's frozen again. Uh-oh.
Bless him.
George,
I want to keep them all, Becky.
I want to keep like one of every single
one of every style. But he said, so he sent me some pictures of necklaces and bangles. I bought a gorgeous, stunning, like a cuff bangle while I was over there. And I thought, and then the silver ones are nice. But of course, I don't know about in the US, but in the UK, our silver is hallmarked. Well, of course, it won't be hallmarked because it's Moroccan silver, so I don't know how that would work, to be honest. But I might give it some thought. I'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I have been selling some jewelry, and I'm learning. There's a couple things I need. Do I have it out here? No, I put it away. I have a few rings that I want to sell, but I have no way of sizing them. And so I feel like I need a ring sizer. Yeah. And then I have some that are stamped, like you were saying, that they're marked and they're stamped 925, which means that they are, in fact, real genuine silver, but I don't have like a testing kit. And I feel like that would benefit me. So I'm kind of shy to list some of it because I'm like feeling like I don't know what I have. And I just want to be able to have people buy with confidence, what they're going to get. Oh, he's back. And yet another new background.
The internet's been so rubbish. I've had a word with my provider and everything, and it's just like, it worked well for a couple of days. And now it's going back to being rubbish. So awful. So it's not good.
They're supposed to be putting up a new cell phone tower. So not that it affects the Wi-Fi so much, but I drop calls every single time in my house. And then there's one spot when I go into town in Pennsylvania, and then another spot when I go into town into the state of Delaware. And I'm like, it's 2023. We should not be dropping cell phone calls. Like, this is not okay. And I just know that, like, if I'm on the phone with somebody, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to call you back. So like, I limit what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And it's driving me crazy. But they're supposed to be building a new tower. They said in December. So I don't know. I feel your pain, George.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
I have to be hardwired. I have to put a wire in the side, or else it's just too unstable.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, like that's like 1990s, right? Like we used to have Ethernet.
Ethernet cable. Ethernet cable. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was called in the 90s. I don't know what it's called now, but
It's that horrible dial-up like dee, dee, dee.
Yeah, I used to work for a cable company in the 90s, and they asked us to test if anybody wanted to test these dial-up things. So I took it home. And my husband said, "Well, you're not putting it in the front room." I said, "Oh, well, I'll put it in the bedroom." So I put it in the bedroom, and I kid you not, 3 o'clock one morning, and the bloody thing started dialing up. I'm like, "What the hell's that?" And Mark went, "So yeah, I had to unplug the sodding thing, put it back in the box. I'm taking, sorry, you shouldn't swear, should you, on the internet? And I'm taking it back to work. Yeah, flipping 3 o'clock in the morning, it starts randomly dialing up.
I'd be like, who is trying to watch me while I'm sleeping? What is happening?
It's somebody from work, It's like dialing in, aren't they? Oh, I'm lying in bed. No, I don't think so.
You know what's funny? When before I started really going live with YouTube, I started watching like other lives. So I would just go into YouTube, right? Just like launch main old YouTube and then you just click live. You know, there's all the banners up top.
Oh, see who's on live.
Well, just right. See who's doing live specifically as opposed to other videos. And there's always like streaming news stations and then music. And one of them was like, watch me sleep. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. It was so odd. And I'm like, this is a thing. And then there was like multiple, like lots of that. And I was like, I just can't right now. I guess there's an ask for every seat, but it's just a little bit too.
I was on that waiting for you to pop up, and it didn't come up on the live thing. And then I saw it pop up on my phone, and it didn't come up. So I had to go onto your channel. Is that because you didn't pre-book it?
I think so. And maybe because I came on through StreamYard. Like, yeah.
George, yours is the same though sometimes. I think
What's that?
I think if you just decide to go live rather than scheduling a live, it doesn't appear under that live category thing.
Right. Oh, so it could, because some people do say like, "Oh, I didn't get a notification."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fair enough.
I do now. I get yours and I get Becky's because I watch out for them. Then when I finish work, I'll jump on if anybody's there. Because you were on last night, I thought, I'll jump on. But that's through notifications. If I go onto my YouTube live channel, they're quite often not there.
Strange.
And this is like a recent thing?
Well, I only looked tonight, and last night I looked to see who was on, and there was nobody on. And then I looked on my phone and I got a notification to say George was on. And then tonight I was sat waiting for yours, obviously, for you to go live.
Michael is saying in the chat that YouTube has about a 30-minute lag before it'll show up. Well, that's lovely. Gee, thanks, YouTube.
Right.
I guess I need to stop being alive.
But it's only 2023 after all, isn't it?
Right, there you go.
30 minutes we should be grateful, really, shouldn't we?
Oh. Michael, your comment about China as a manufacturing giant collapsing around 2030, I have to ask you like 300 questions about this topic. However, I have to jump off at about 1:40, 45-ish. So I'm not even going to open up that can of worms.
No, don't start that.
I know, but I need to know what he knows. You guys know how I am about this whole thing. That's why it's.
I tell you what. When I was labeling up all these earrings, these are the little bags that they come in. Can you see
like
these
little
bags?
Solo bags, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
And they've got. Can you see this here? It opens here, like this, on the plastic, and then if you open it up, well, let me show you one. And I was thinking, how on earth did they get these in here? They must have the tiniest fingers. And then I had a horrible thought, oh my God, what if it's children?
See?
How tiny they are. And then
have to really shove it in there.
Like this. Then obviously, once you've got them out and put your label on the back, you've then got to try and get them back in. And I was faffing about them. I got into the groove after a while. Shove them back in.
Well, in theory, you think like is it? Yeah, but it's not. You can't even do that with a machine. It has to be done with human hands. Like,
well,
right?
I think so. I think it's got to. I think, and then like I say, and then I had this horrible thought. Oh God, what if it's children?
That's what I mean. That's one of the things that makes
the £4 profit that I'm going to make per pair on eBay. And just try and forget that. Or equally, the £5 profit I'm going to make if I sell them on Sunday.
Yeah. It's one of the things, like, you know, there's so much that's frustrating. I'm sure it's the same thing in the UK, but like with the US and our rights and all sorts of, like right now there's a big talk about McDonald's, our McDonald's Big Macs. If you're a fan of the Big Mac, it's like going to be like a $15 sandwich because they've just increased minimum wage across the board at McDonald's because there was so much pushback about what the McDonald's employees were being paid. And McDonald's was like, sure, we will. And this is my understanding. I could have it wrong, but I think I have it right. They said, sure, we will raise our pay, but we're going to pass those increased charges right along to you, the customer.
How much is a McDonald's Big Mac?
I think it's like taking effect in the next few weeks because everybody's been out. There's been some movement about like, go buy your Big Macs now because in the next few weeks, they won't be $8 or whatever anymore. But
that's what's really weird. I've heard about that guy that ordered those hash browns and he was paying like $3 for one hash brown from McDonald's. Really? And it was like, what? How is he doing? And over here we've got minimum wage and they haven't gone up. We've got a living wage for them and it hasn't gone up.
It's just gone up. It's going up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going up to like £11. £11. It's like $15.
I'm trying to find the menu.
It's always changing here. And of course, it's different like state by state. But this is, I think, supposed to be something that's more across the board, whatever. And like, so, people are up in arms about that and whatever. But then like on the flip side, we have these policies in place to protect people so that there isn't child labor and all the other stuff that you're talking about. So it's like, a double-edged sword. And I'm glad that we do as best we can to protect our people. And
why can I find everything apart from a Big Mac?
I think it's like $7.99 for a meal.
Is it about that? Yeah, I've seen a chicken Big Mac that's $5.59.
Yeah, I've
never even heard of that.
Nice.
It's horrific. Yeah, it's part of their Christmas menu and it's horrific.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's terrific. I'm like, I gotta go get one.
I thought you said terrific at first.
No, their chicken it's basically 2 chicken sandwiches squished together.
Oh,
it's like it doesn't taste like a big because it's called the Chicken Mac and it's part of their Christmas festive menu. And I've had it and it's not very nice.
Not
I mean, their chicken sandwich is nice, but like that bigger for some reason didn't taste very nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're testing things in the UK because I have not heard of that making its way here.
Maybe.
Yeah. So use us as guinea pigs and what we don't like, they'll just sack off.
Well, one of my Christmas ideas for like YouTube, because I've been ill for the past like week. I've just
what's going on? I can
hear
hear
don't
it.
Look top drawer. I don't want to be mean, but you don't look right cracking, George.
No, I'm getting better. I'm a lot better than what I was. I was.
Oh yeah.
I was like so bad the other day. I was like,
Really?
I had cellulitis in my leg, and the first thing that does, it's what happens is at night I itch like my leg, my feet, like the itch my part of my leg or the itch my feet. When you rub your toes together, it itches, but I do it in my sleep, so I don't really realize. So I get like scratches on my foot, and it needs an entry point. So that's how it enters. I've had it for about 5 years, on and off. It comes and goes, and it's only because I itch my feet in my sleep. But like all it needs is antibiotics, and then it's gone. But it doesn't show up first on your leg. It makes you just feel really fluey and really ill. And I thought I just had the flu. Like last week on the Monday, I was in such a bad mood from like Monday to Friday. I was like, and then on the Saturday, I was like, oh my God, I feel really ill. And I checked my leg and it was like kind of just red. So I was like, oh, it's cellulitis. That's what it was.
You knew.
Yeah, I knew because I've had it so many times. It's like I just know. And then it swelled. It's my shin swelled up, and then it was all red and raw, and it was horrible. But what it does, it makes you like feverish.
Well, is it like a blood infection?
Is that because your body's fighting the infection?
Yeah. That's what it is. And it makes you like feverish, and you're sweaty, and you're not sweating, but you're shivering, but you're hot, but you're cold. It's horrible. So like Saturday was like written off, and like Sunday I was feeling a little bit with it, but I did a few orders. But on Monday I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the doctors, and I tried calling the doctors, and there was a whole saga. But they finally got me sorted. And I got some antibiotics, and I'm on them, and it's fine.
So if you've had it before, can they give you like a standard prescription? Oh, Is that the
Finally
chicken?
found it. $4.99. That's
$4.99
just
for the Big Mac.
just the Big Mac on its own, though. That
Without the meal.
Yeah.
Michael was saying that every country has their own thing. Like in Canada, you can get a bacon roll.
I like these. Have you had one of these, George? A Mac Crispy.
Yeah, that's like the KFC style, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my favorite. Is the KFC one better?
If you want a chicken sandwich, go to KFC because they just know how to do chicken.
I mean, that's
I think McDonald's is just McDonald's. Although I do, but one of the ideas that I was going to do it, well, I have filmed it now. I'm doing like a festive menu roundup, so I'm trying like different things.
Oh, really?
And then I'm going to edit them together, and it's going to be like a mukbang. But like,
that'll be really good.
I started it in like at the end of November. And I did McDonald's. I've done loads. So the only one I haven't done is actually KFC, funnily enough.
That is a really cool idea, George. I absolutely love that. That's really
so it's
awesome.
the festive menu. So that's just going to be total non-reseller related.
Oh, that was so good, though. That'll be
it always
so
comes
good.
back to food with us.
Yeah.
Do you have Chick-fil-A there?
Is what?
Do you have Chick-fil-A?
No, we don't have Chick-fil-A, which is really nice. We did some of the things that we don't have as well.
So Chick-fil-A is like its own store. It's kind of like a more elevated KFC, I guess. It's more, you can get like you can get naked chicken nuggets that are like not bread. They're just like grilled chicken nuggets, but they have like kale salad. It's fast food, it's for sure fast food, but like chicken is their thing. And I feel like Chick-fil-A has really taken the US by storm in like the last 5 years or so. And it's like a thing. And they have like this Chick-fil-A sauce that everyone swears by. I actually don't care for it, but you can like buy it in the supermarket. It's like a whole thing.
There's so many like, fast food places in America. I see all the other YouTubers. I'm like, oh my God, I really want to try that. I just want to try it. Like Taco Bell. We've actually got Taco Bell over here. And I do actually, there's a few in London that I've seen. What's that? Oh, yeah. Is it to launch?
14th of September.
It's coming to you. George, add it to your list.
It's already here. Oh my God.
Hang on. It's set to open 5 stores in the first 2 years. London on the 14th of September.
Ooh. Is it anywhere up north?
All right. It says on here, next street to George, 1st of December. So you're what a joking. Only kidding. No, it's just London typically. Have you just going on? Did you say Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Is the one near you?
There is one in. I think there is one in Manchester now. When I looked, there was only a few in London, and then I think there was one in Birmingham. But they are kind of spreading a bit. Yeah, same with Dunkin' Donuts. There is one in Manchester as well. Because I never had a Dunkin' Donuts, and I actually had my first one in Belgium.
Oh, really?
It's so strange, and I know it's like been around forever. Because like Krispy Kreme's been around forever, but like I've barely had that in the past like 5 years. But like they sell them in store now, so it's like.
Yeah.
Did you like it, George?
Taco Bell in America, but not in
yeah. Too much.
The one I want to come over here is IHOP's International House of Pancakes.
Pancakes, yeah.
Oh, have you been? Have you been to one, George?
No, this is the thing. I haven't been to.
Yeah, you've been.
I haven't been to. Is it an In-N-Out? Is that what they call it? Is that the burger place? The In-N-Out? Is that a one?
In-N-Out burger is only West Coast, I think. Like I know I had it for the first time when I went to California when I was in LA, and I was like, oh, it's a very LA thing. Like people, I'm like, how are these LA people so skinny if they're like, oh, I love my In-N-Out burger? Because it was not healthy at all, but it was very, very good. And what was their claim to fame? They had they did their hamburgers on lettuce. Like you could go in and have it like just protein, like no bun, which I thought was interesting. And was there something else? Maybe like a dip for the fries or something? There was some other thing that was like their thing, Yeah, I guess we do have a lot of fast food now that you're saying it.
Yeah.
And you're right.
We need IHOPs though. We definitely need IHOPs because the pancakes are just amazing. Yeah,
IHOP. It's funny that you say that, Louise, because there's IHOPs like all around me, and I never go because I'm like, it's IHOP, whatever.
It's the first place we go. I mean, we haven't been to America for a long time. 2016, I think, last time. It's the first place we go.
Next time you come, you have to come in and make sure you stop at Pennsylvania. Yeah. Or I'll meet you someplace. Speaking of going places, I have to jump off in a minute because I have to go get Lana to go to the dentist. Womp womp. I am taking a trip coming up. If you guys want to join me, I'm going to the Caribbean in January. So if you want to,
oh wow!
Which islands are you going to? I've been to the Caribbean.
So that's not too far for you to fly, George. You're okay with the Caribbean?
Oh no, that was horrific.
You just need to drink a lot on the plane, George. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll get absolutely wasted.
This January just gone.
You went to the Caribbean?
Mm.
Yeah.
So where are you going?
We're going to, where did we land on? Riviera Maya, which is Mexico, actually. And so it's just a resort that Michael in the chat is he's a travel agent. So he told me like what I did to book the trip was the worst thing you could do. Like I went to, one of the cheap Caribbean or one of the sites, but I was like, we need to get away. We're surprising the girls for Christmas. So don't spread the word. Not that they watch my channel, but that was kind of part of the plan. So I just like jumped on and saw what I could find quickly. But I wonder, it wasn't too crazy coming from the US. So I wonder how much it would be coming from the UK. But we should all plan like a meetup someplace that's like convenient halfway for everybody.
Halfway of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
We'll meet up in the middle on like
is it Cape Verde? Cape Verde? Yeah. We don't meet there. It's boring there though, apparently. Could bring some life to it.
We'll bring the party. Anyway.
Go thrifting.
Yeah, go thrifting. Get the thrifting app out and see where we can go. Oh, it's been lovely. I feel like it's been ages.
I know. I wish I had more time. I'm sorry. I need to jump off, guys. Yeah.
Oh, I've just made a sale.
Oh, where's your bazooka?
Oh, it's in the garage.
Hold on, I'll see if we have.
Becky's got a little chime. Just a minute.
There we go. It's only a small one. It's only like £7.50.
A sale's a sale.
A sale is a sale.
Amen.
Is a sale.
Sale's a sale.
Well, we'll leave it on that high note. So thank you guys for jumping on and chatting.
I'll update you next week. If I can try and get on next Wednesday, I'll update you with how it went. But if you don't see me, it means I didn't sell any.
Oh no, I know you'll sell at least a few. Yeah, and then the rest you'll be making on eBay. So.
Yeah, my sales of the profit I'll be spending on Declan's lunch on Uber Eats.
That's right. But it'll be time well spent with your son.
It will. Good. Okay.
All right, party people. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for saying hi.
Bye, everybody on the chat.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
Bye.